Hey guys, hope this finds you well. I had a thought the other day. I was thinking of John 10, verses 10. Jesus says, I have come to give them life and life to the full. It's been one of my favorite verses, one of my inspirational verses for a lot of my life. And I had this new revelation with John 10, verses 10. And yeah, I'll say it again. Jesus offers an invitation. I have come that they may have life and life to the full. And it got me thinking about this thing of fullness and busyness. And I have a lot of interest. I love random little things. I'm not just random little things. I like some big things and small things. But my life it's got a whole bunch of things in it. I kind of like to think I've got a lot of bits that add to the icing of my life and add to the flavor of my life. This is I do fantasy football, then I do a bit of geocaching, then I do running, then I do riding, cycling, then I do reading, and then I do writing, then I do blogging, then I do this and I do that, and my life can just be full, and I love it. And some of them are so quirky. I collect Lego minifigures, I collect postcards, I have a whole bunch of stuff. But my life I'm never bored. Like, I don't like that word. There's just always things to do, things you can do. But what I'm trying to say is I love doing things. I love new experiences. And I love that kind of tiredness at the end of the day when I put my head on the pillow and just pass out because it's been a full day. And I don't even have kids. I imagine having kids, that must be like people or parents have another level of energy, honestly. Respect to that. But I was thinking about this thing. It's not always like that. Everyone says to me they will see my Instagram account or whatever, or on Facebook, and say, you seem so busy all the time. It's not always like that. I have some really quieter days in between. But I do have this kind of as a motto, to live life to the full, because Jesus come to give us life to the full, and he hasn't come to give us life to 40%. He's come to give us life to the full, being 100%. So I try and do different things, try and get out and try and see things and just try and embrace life, enjoy life. But I was thinking about this busyness and fullness thing again, like I was saying. And sometimes I feel like I am chasing my tail and I'm just running around like a headless chicken, I guess. I try not to be like that. And maybe you're the same. We're just chasing our tails and we're busy for the sake of being busy. And that's, for me, is not helpful. And that's not the whole John 10 verses 10 kind of way of living. Is Jesus is encouraged us to live a full life. So we can have a day where we do 10 things and we just from one thing to the other, and we're just doing so much, and we get to the end of the day and we're tired. Or we could have a day where it's not 10 things a day, it's just 5 things. But I was fully engaged with all those 5 things. And sometimes I can do a day of 10 things, but I'll get to the end of the day and think, whoa, I don't remember doing that thing, or I wasn't 100% present when I was doing that thing earlier that day. And so that's what I wanted to say. Measure your life and see the busyness and the fullness. Are you present in each moment? So I had this cool thing that happened the other day. I was taking garden refuge to the rubbish bin, or food waste, taking food waste to the garden refuge bin. And when I get there, I see this spider web. The sunlight caught the spider web. And when last have you seen a spider web? Proper concentric circles. It was so beautiful. I remember the film Charlotte's Web. Cool film, cool book. But I remember just seeing the spider web, and I was like, wow, that was cool. But if I was too rushed, if I was too much in that chasing my tail kind of thing, I wouldn't have noticed it. Probably would have walked through the spider web, destroyed the spider web, but I noticed it. So I carefully picked up the bin, put the food waste in the bin, and I left the spider web there. And it just got me thinking, that was this whole fullness thing, is sometimes our days aren't always busy, but are we fully engaged in what we're doing? As simple as having a bowl of cereal, are we fully engaged with that? If we're having a text conversation with a friend, are we fully engaged with that conversation and not distracted? Or if we're reading a book, or whatever it may be, even if we're just cooking or shopping, are we fully engaged in those things? And then I think that's where John 10 verses 10 applies again. I've come that they may have life and life to the full. So it may not be putting so many things in your day, but it's about putting fullness in your day in each thing you do. So that was my random little thought I had on fullness versus busyness. John 10 verses 10. I have come to give them life and life to the full. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not talking about that. Jesus talking about that. Over and out.